itself? I don't think so. They don't, as a rule.
I wonder if you know what you're facing, ma'am. An English woman here in the East.
Look, mother, look at that bow. Look at the dragon's head in the bow.
That's the royal barge.
Is that the king, the man sitting in the bow?
That's Kralahome, sort of prime minister. The king's right-hand man, you might say.
Do you suppose he's coming out to meet us?
No doubt of it, ma'am. If I might be allowed to offer you a word of warning.
What is it, Captain?
That man has power and he can use it for you or against you.
Oh, Captain, look, Mother, they're closer. Mother, the Prime Minister is naked. Hush, Louis. He is not naked. Well, he is half naked. They all look rather horrible, don't they, Mother? Father would not have liked us to be afraid. Yes, he would not have liked us to be afraid. Mother, does anything ever frighten you? Sometimes. What do you do? I whistle. Oh, that's why you whistle. Yes, that's why I whistle.
But I feel afraid, I hold my head erect and whistle a happy tune so no one will suspect I'm afraid. While shivering in my shoes, I strike a careless pose and whistle a happy tune, and no one ever knows I'm afraid. The result of this deception is very strange to tell, for when I fool the people I fear, I fool myself as well. I whistle a happy tune, and every single time the happiness in the tune convinces me that I'm not afraid. Make believe you're brave and the trick will take you far. You may be as brave as you make believe you are. You may be as brave as you make believe you are.
I think that idea, isn't it? You know, I don't think I shall be ever afraid again. Good.
Clear that way. Ma'am, I wouldn't listen. The Kralahome might think it disrespectful.
Oh, was I whistling? Sorry, I didn't realize. Good evening, sir. Welcome to Siam. You come with me now. Your boxes are carried to palace later. No, not to the palace. I am not living at the palace. Who said? The king said. The king had promised me 20 pounds a month and a house of my own. King cannot always remember what he promised. King very busy. I do not trouble king with matters of small concern, but on with him. King very busy, just finishing fireworks every night. And what in the meantime? In palace. You will teach in the palace, but I must have a house of my own, where I can go at the end of the day when my duties are over. What you wish to do in evening, that cannot be done in palace? How dare you? I am sorry, Your Excellency, but you don't understand. I came here to work. I must support myself and my young son, and I shall take nothing less than what I have been promised. You will tell King this? I will tell King this. It will be very interesting meeting. You come now, or you can stay on the boat. I do not care.
Ma'am, if you wish to stay on my ship and return to Singapore.
No, thank you, Captain Norton. Your Excellency, I will go with you. I have made a bargain and I shall live up to my part of it. But I expect a bargain to be kept on both sides. I shall go with you, Your Excellency, to the palace for the time being. Goodbye, Captain Norton, and thank you very much for everything. Louis, goodbye, Captain.
well.
I have been meaning to speak to you about English school teacher. She is waiting to see you.
She is in Siam. How long?
2 weeks? 3 weeks? She has needed disciplining. Your Majesty, she objects to living in palace. Talks about house you promised her.
I do not recollect such a promise. Tell her that I will see her. I will see her in a moment.
This is Litera, emissary from court of Burma.
Ah, yes. You are here for copying a famous Bangkok temple. I have give permission.
He bring present from Prince of Burma.
Am I to trust a ruler of Burma? Am I to trust this present they send me? Or is she a spy?
I am not a spy.
Your Majesty wishes me to leave.
I will tell you when I wish you to leave.
Madam Leonovan.
You are school teacher?
Yes, Your Majesty. When may I start work?
I will tell you when I wish you to start.
There is a matter we have to settle first, Your Majesty.
Plan which I have for bringing to Siam what is good on Western culture. Already I have brought printing press here for printing.
Yes, I know, Your Majesty.
How you know?
Before I signed our agreement, I found out all I could about Your Majesty's ambitions for Siam.
Ha! This is scientific. Are you pleased with your apartments in Palace?
They are quite comfortable, Your Majesty, for the time being. But my young son and I have found it rather confining, with Amazons guarding the doors and not permitting us to leave our quarters.
Strangers cannot be allowed to roam around the palace before presentment to king. You could look out of windows.
Yes, Your Majesty, we have done so. We have seen New Year celebrations, royal cremations, ceremonies, etc.,
Etc. What is this etc.?
According to the dictionary, it means and the rest. All the things you have been doing while we have been waiting. The fireworks.
Best fireworks I ever see at funeral. How you like my acrobats?
Splendid, Your Majesty. Best acrobat I ever see at funeral.
Ha! Have children prepare for presentation to school teacher?
How many children have you, Your Majesty?
I have only 67 altogether. I begin very late. But you shall not teach all of them. You shall teach only children of mothers who are in royal favor with king, which at present are very few. Ah, Lady Tian, Madam Leonovans, this is Lady Tian, head wife.
There is a happy land, Miss On-Airy.
A missionary taught you English?
Yes, sir, Miss On-Airy.
Lady Tian, you will help Madam Leonovans with her school teaching, and she in her turn will teach you the better English.
Your Majesty?
She is grateful to me for my kindness.
Oh, I see. Your Majesty, in our agreement
You, Tuptim, you already speak well the English. She arrived today. She is present to me from Burma Prince.
She is a present?
Madam, you have English books I can read?
Of course I have. I wish most to read book called The Small House of Uncle Thomas. It's by American lady Harriet Beecher Stover.
A woman has written a book.
A very wonderful book, Your Majesty. An American book, all about slavery.
Ha! President Lincoln against slavery? No, me too. slavery very bad thing. I think you will teach my wives too. Those wives who are in royal favor.
I shall be most happy to teach your wife, even though that was not a part of our agreement. Speaking of our agreement reminds me that there is one little matter about my house.
Also, I will allow you to help in my foreign correspondence.
Yes, Your Majesty, I don't think you understand. Your Majesty, I don't think you understand about my house.
House? House? What is this about house?
I want my house, the house you promised me, Your Majesty.
You shall live in palace. You teach in palace. You shall live in palace. If you do not live in palace, you do not teach, and you go wherever you please. I do not care. You understand this?
Yes, Your Majesty, but if these are the only terms on which I am allowed to remain.
Enough! I have no more time to talk. Talk to my other woman, my wives.